crazy and the unexpected. So I thought, why not find the craziest and the most incredible things ever to show my dear audience?
Look at my dog.
And let me tell you, I found some wild stuff on my search. Be ready for the most chaotic and memorable experience of your life as we dive into our first video. Alright, so you may think this is a normal fishing boat. But no, my friend, these right here are shark-proof cages for the tourist to get a closer look at the lions of the sea. Only this one did not prove as shark-proof as one would have hoped. A shark breaks in, making the people inside panic, who rush out at the first chance they get. Then comes the unexpected. The shark jumps and crawls out of the cage. Absolute insanity, isn't it? Not as insane as what I'm about to show you next. Looks like that Jeep is out for a nice ride. It almost goes over the horizon, but wait, looks like it is having trouble climbing that hill. Now, I don't know what came over the middle of the driver here, but watch. The Jeep turns around and drives full speed back at the crowd watching. Nearly gave me a jump scare watching that hit. Both vehicles are absolutely wrecked. Take a look at this guy. He had a pest issue. Solution? Simple. Fill the hole with flammable liquid and set it on fire. Things didn't pan out as planned, though. After multiple tries, the genius got the fire lit, and well, the whole backyard took off to the sky. At least the dog didn't get hurt, so that's a plus. Now, some people destroy backyards, and some destroy RVs. The truck is going down the highway, A-OK. Out of nowhere, an RV decides it wants a hug. It slams into the truck, loses control, and goes straight down on its side. The things literally broke down into pieces in seconds. Like, what happened, bro? Why be such a drama queen for no reason? Now get ready, this clip is gonna be wild. See that pothole in the road? Well, if you did, you are a better spotter than most of these drivers. The cars pass over easily, but then a motorcyclist does not see it at all. It's magical to watch. One moment, there is a bike. The next, it's a man half in a hole, looking super confused. Next, let me show you something super unexpected. Things start off weird enough, with a tire out on the road just wheeling along. That's when a car stops right behind it to avoid a collision. But that's in vain, because another car comes from behind and rams the stopped vehicle anyway. Moments later, however, everyone is running away. Why? Well, see for yourself. Where the heck did all that come from? If you think that was unexpected, check this out. All looks calm, a normal traffic on a normal road. But look, that man is running, and behind him, it's a bull. The beast crashes into all the vehicles while chasing the man as if it has a personal vendetta. I just hope the poor guy got away from the ravenous animal. Speaking of animals, check this out. This rhino is walking through the streets of a Nepali village as if it is no big deal. And the people? They are acting like it is just another Tuesday. Turns out, this is a pretty common occurrence here, and usually, the animal is completely peaceful. What a wild village story to have. It is a beautiful creature for sure. This man was walking on the beach when he saw a small shark, so naturally, he started filming it. That is when, suddenly, some sort of fish came darting out of the water to attack the shark. It is so dang fast. The shark gets away, however, barely escaping the attack. Speaking of fast, this guy is absolute trash at bike riding. He rams right into the shop full speed, no brakes. Our shopkeeper is an absolute chill man though. He just calmly gets up and deals with it. Mad lad. But even he is not as cool as what I am about to show you next. Beyblades? Nope. These are the ultimate Beyblades. Each time they collide, sparks come out. But the magic happens when the whole ring catches on fire. It is mesmerizing to watch. Fire coming out from underneath them, intensifying each time they collide. It's my childhood dream come true, watching this. I wish I had 2 of these. See, this pool suddenly became empty, as if by magic. In reality, however, the bottom of the pool has given in. All that water and concrete drop straight down into the floor underneath. Everything is drenched now, and it looks like this parking lot is now a new pool. Glad no one was under there. Now, fair warning, up next is a ferocious squirrel attack that could leave you with squirrel PTSD. This poor soul stepped out of his home and immediately regretted it. A squirrel went into full berserk mode and attacked the man like crazy. And our guy, instead of calming down, he just went full panic route. It was a recipe for complete disaster. They both flail around like crazy. The man is finally able to get the squirrel off, but he himself falls down in the process. Who do you think won the battle? Let me know in the comments. This mama squirrel turned into a little warrior the second a snake got too close to her baby. No waiting for help, she just jumped right in. She bit, scratched, flipped, and fought with everything she had. It wasn't just a fight, it was pure mom instinct kicking in to protect her kid, no matter what. Here is another mama power move. This lion thought it had dinner all figured out until mom showed up. One buffalo against a whole pride. She wasn't backing down. She charged, kicked, fought, and held her ground like a beast. Just when it looked like the lions might win, her crew showed up. Reinforcements. It turned into a full-on gang war. Buffaloes versus lions. The moral of the story is, don't mess with family. This man walking down the road is about to have a life-changing experience. Out of nowhere, 2 cars come, at the perfect trajectory to hit the man. But instead, they bounce off of each other, narrowly missing the man by inches. This guy got saved from death. Even a police car nearly hits him on his way out. This clip seems right out of a movie. This Brazilian police car is chasing down a plane. They intend to ram into it to make it stop before it can take off. They get to the plane, slam in, and swerve off the runway. Thankfully, they got the plane too. Mission completed successfully. The robot uprising is here, and I have proof. This robot at a festival in China attacked a human. The security had to physically move it back. Strange times we live in, right? Now let me show you the dumbest worker ever. This guy sees the incline, decides he has Hulk-level strength, and rolls his trolley down. Only he misjudged. He trolley drags him all the way down the incline, and more. The man walking in briefly gets out of the way as the trolley barrels out the door, with our wannabe Hulk in tow. See ya! Here are some other morons moving some tables down using an escalator. Pretty much as expected, first one of them gets stuck, then kicked off by the escalator. And so begins the chain reaction. One after the other, the whole group is now stuck in escalator hell. You could have used the elevator, guys. Now enjoy your new life on the escalators. This truck driver has no training on turns, it seems. He turns too hard, and the whole thing tilts like crazy. The brand new car at the top gets completely destroyed in the wreck, as well as the truck. Well, good luck explaining that to the customer, my guy. Ever seen those inflatable stairs that planes use in emergencies? Well, this moron got his hand on one of them, and like a true idiot, he decides to open it in a residential area. The whole thing basically explodes into shape in seconds. And congratulations, now you have a whole plane slide to enjoy. Good luck getting rid of it safely, because the taxi in this clip didn't. So here we are on a regular highway in Azerbaijan, right? Everyone's cruising along, minding their own lane. And out of absolutely nowhere, this one taxi hits the curb, launches into the air, and crashes through a wall like it's a GTA game. The only thing that landed safely was probably the driver's license, straight into suspension. He is not the worst driver on this list though. Check this out. This is absolute chaos in the background. A car crashes into a tree, and this man is just lounging. Legs out, arms crossed, not a care in the world. Either he's mastered inner peace, or his noise-cancelling skills are top tier. So this guy's just cruising down I-25, minding his own business, when out of nowhere, his Chevy Trex just catches fire. Like 1 second, everything's normal. The next second, it's like the car just gave up on life. You can actually see smoke pouring out before it fully lights up. And honestly, it happens so fast, it barely makes sense. This next car is on fire in a different way. Here, we have this absolute legend who looks like he's been inventing since before the moon landing, casually test driving a homemade rocket cart. Not a car, not a bike, a rocket, strapped to metal tubes and whatever he found in his garage. The man's rocking a blue helmet like it's gonna save him from spontaneous combustion, and somehow he makes it work. Just fire shooting out the back and beard blowing in the wind like he's done this 1,000 times. He even shows the engine afterwards completely scorched, glowing like it was built to summon demons. And yet he's still alive, calm, and probably ready to do it again tomorrow. This stretch of road turned into one big ice rink, and every car decided to enter the crash compilation voluntarily. Some were already piled up. Others came in hot, well cold, and couldn't stop even if their lives depended on it. You can hear the guy filming, basically trying to manifest a brake pedal for everyone, but nope. The cars just kept stacking, like it was a parking lot designed by karma. Imagine the insurance calls that week. Yeah, my car's totaled. Also, so is the one I crashed into, and the one behind me, and the one beside me. This truck just folded in half, mid-turn. I don't know what broke first, the front axle or the driver's will to keep going. Anyway, moving on before this thing transforms again. Now, allow me to introduce you to the coolest pet on the road. This dude is straight up driving around with a Falcon like it's just another Tuesday. No leash, no cage, just vibes. The bird dips out mid-drive, takes a full flight lap like it's doing a victory tour, and then casually swoops back into the car. Meanwhile, I can't even get my AirPods to connect on the first try. This guy and his Falcon are operating on a different frequency. I don't know what kind of bond that is, but I want it. Pet goals, life goals, I don't even know anymore. Now how about some even more impressive flying? These skydivers were mid-air doing their thing when one of them suddenly passed out. Just blanked. No control. No parachute pull. Nothing. But then, one guy grabs the unconscious dude and saves his life. That man didn't just save a life, he rewrote the definition of bro, got your back. Let's watch another lifesaver in action. You know those friends who show up right when you need them most? This guy was that friend. 1 second, it's just a chill rock climb. The top anchor fails and the climber falls hard. But the guy below doesn't flinch. He jumps in, full reflex mode, and catches his friend mid-air like a literal hero. Up next is a hero who became a legend. These Arctic wolves strolled right up to the photographers. One even flopped beside the guy like they'd been co-workers for years. Just majestic creatures treating this whole photo shoot like a midday spa appointment. How insane is this? Dude is out here biking through the streets with a whole fridge on his head. Meanwhile, I can't even carry a pizza without tilting it sideways. Like, bro, what life are you living where this is just a Tuesday? Speaking of skills, check this out. This bird straight up uses a piece of bread like it's been watching humans fish for years. It drops the bait into the water, waits patiently, then, when a big fish comes close, it pulls the bread back. Like, no thanks, that one's too much. Then it tries again until the right size fish bites, and boom, gotcha. It's not just smart, it's tactical. This bird legit understands portion control better than most of us at a buffet. Sometimes, though, animals use water for the worse. Like this next clip. This kangaroo had the dog in a headlock like it was personal. The man didn't even hesitate, walked straight into the water and squared up. He saved his dog like an absolute legend. The kangaroo backed off, but not before showing off those gym rat arms. When you think traffic can't get weirder, nature says, "Hold my feathers." A whole army of ducks flooded the road like they were late to a meeting. I'll be honest, I want to pet each and every one of them like right now. This one's for anyone who thinks impulse control is optional. A man breaks into a full sprint toward a helicopter as it's about to lift off. The crowd's watching. The noise is deafening. And right in the middle of it, he charges in like it's his ride. A single guard steps in, tries once, and gives up instantly. That one attempt was apparently all the job description required. The man latches onto the chopper and takes off with it. And somehow, he stays there for way too long. The German space program decided to test gravity one more time, just in case. Rocket goes up, rocket says nah, rocket belly flops into the Norwegian Sea. From the side angle, it almost looked majestic, until it turned into a fireball of disappointment. 10 on 10 for drama, 0 on 10 for orbit. So apparently, this guy didn't just want his money back, he wanted interest, compensation, and blood pressure meds. Dude drove straight through the dealership showroom like it was the drive-through window. Papers flew, desks flipped, and the customer service rep definitely put in a request for paid time off after that. Up next, here's a moment of pure cowboy courage or recklessness. This cowboy took the phrase, "hold on tight," to the next level. Balancing trust, timing, and grit, he and his horse carefully descended a steep cliff in a move that looked more like a controlled drop than a ride. I mean, the skills and connection between rider and horse are insane, but isn't that a risk to the horse? Let us know in the comments below. Dad nails a no-look backward shot like it's nothing. The older son follows up and throws it just as smoothly. Then the tiny one steps up, launches it, and somehow nails it. 3 for 3. This was insanely satisfying to watch. Alright, now this one's wild in a whole different way, because apparently we're throwing hats now like it's a sport. I don't even know how they trained for this, but these people were out here spinning and snatching hats off each other like they rehearsed inside a metronome. My coordination gives up when I toss a sock across the room. How insane is this? Man literally pulled off a bottle double kill with one shot. Both were swinging. But the timing, the aim, the confidence, either he's got super reflexes or we're on take 47. Either way, I'm impressed and suspicious. This guy casually crosses the road, gets launched by a car, then gets up like he just tripped on a shoelace. If you think that's insane, check this out. This absolute unit balances all that mass on its front legs in what might be the most relaxed display of circus-worthy strength you'll ever see. The keeper doesn't even flinch. But one thing's for sure, this elephant's got more balance than half of us standing on 2 feet. If you know what this guy is trying to do let me know. He straight up places some mini firework-looking thing in a metal glass, lights it up, and squats over it like it's a spiritual ritual. You already know what's coming. The second it blasts, dude clutches his soul like the laws of physics betrayed him personally. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? A free bidet? So this house looks totally normal until the tiles suddenly start popping off like popcorn. One by one, the tiles lift and crack like the floor's got beef with itself. No one's running, no walls collapsing, just the floor having a full-on identity crisis. Honestly, it feels like the house was built on passive aggression, and someone finally said the wrong thing. This guy probably got the cat thinking his mouse problem would be solved. Meanwhile, the cat saw the mouse and immediately hit the panic button. No hissing, no pouncing, just screaming and begging to be let out like it walked into a haunted house. So, there he was, battling the mouse solo, while his certified predator was emotionally recovering. This kid rolls up to the porch, and right behind him is a full-grown turkey, just walking in step like it lives there. The bird's ready to move in, but the dad, of course, says no. The turkey takes one look, processes what just happened, and walks away like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not trying to become a flu headline today." This car just casually slides into a parking spot like it's got cheat codes enabled. No back and forth, no 17-point turn, just straight side hop like it's breakdancing. Honestly, I'd pay extra just to never hear someone yell, "You're too close to the curb," ever again. This is just nature casually showing off. A giant chunk of ice launches itself 200 feet into the air like it forgot gravity was a thing. Now we have wolves in the wild, just casually doing a vibe check. Well, that does it for this video. Which one of these strange and wild videos was your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to watch your thoughts, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this coming your way. We have a lot more fun content planned for you. Until next time, stay safe, and don't you dare go insane.